My name is Ashley and I currently live in Las Vegas with my 2 Shibas, 1 granny, and 1 fiance. The one who originally taught me how to play poker in the first place, he took second in the main event. It was an explosion of excitement for me in terms of poker.
Ashley's going to be a 2-time champion tonight.
And what a year it's been for her, taking out multiple poker tournaments.
Yes, we're at the final table.
And Ashley Sleep is your run-it-up Reno 9 champion.
Oh my god. Is this real life?
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another stream. So lovely to see all of you guys here already in chat, ready to go. We've got Randy B, Greg Hubers, Don M, James Griffin, all the familiar faces, Crazy Cooter in the chat. Love to see you guys back. Let's do it tonight. I see James is feeling a final table. I'm feeling a final table too. Let's do it. We got Drake. Hey, man, it's been a while. Ugos. All right. Lots of familiar names. What's up, John? Smeeble. All right, you guys. What we have for you tonight. What I have for you tonight, I should say. Just me. It's just me. No doggies playing for me tonight is, let's see. We've got this bounty pulled up, $99 buy-in. We're continuing that Monsterstack that we started last week on Global Poker. There's some Monsterstack series. Basically just extra bigger buy-ins that we can play during the week. And we've also got the mini blitz over here. Let me add that to the docket. How is everybody feeling tonight? Did we have a good rest this weekend? If you're in Vegas, the weather has been nutso. Lots of rain, lots of wind, all over the place. So it's a great night to play poker and stream to you guys and hang out. We did a couple of tweaks on those break clips that I started playing for you guys last week. So I added a bunch more clips. If you guys have your favorite moments from the vlog, from any video ever on the vlog, clip it and send it to me and it'll become a video on break that other people can enjoy. So they're not just staring at a blank screen for a few minutes. Really, it's really fun to have something to play for you guys on those little 5-minute breaks. So let me check and make sure my stream deck is attached. Didn't do that beforehand. Boom, there it is. $33 blitz down here. The mini blitz, I should say. $99 Monsterstack. So that was a 50K guarantee. Usually during a weeknight, Global Poker's biggest guarantee on the night is 15K. So this is huge. This one is technically a bounty, but out of the $90 that ends up in the prize pool, only $18 goes into the bounty. So I'm not sure if anybody looked into that, if they really read the fine print, but just because it's a bounty doesn't mean that it's all of a sudden you can stack off with whatever craziness you want to stack off. You have to make sure that the bounty is as big as you think it is. And in this case, it's not really. So I'm curious. I'm curious how people are going to play it. They're going to go all crazy, or if they read that fine print that it's really only worth $18 to stack someone. It definitely adds a lot of chips to the middle at the beginning stages of the tournament. So we bought in only 8 minutes late. Usually I buy into these things about an hour late if it's a 2-hour late reg period. But for bounties, you want to cover everyone because that's the majority, you know, that's a decent chunk of the prize pool goes into knocking people out. So we have our normal schedule. We've got the 99 Super coming up in this half hour and the 218 Blitz. So we're going to start off right away. Tons of action. I'm ready. I've set some hourly poker goals this year that I've already been sticking to. I've actually surpassed some of them. My study goals, I fell a little bit short the past couple of weeks, so I'm bringing that up. And I'll share with you guys what I've been studying in some of those member videos. I see some members in the chat. Or I see Greg has his membership. With what I've been studying and working on. Ooh, this is a good spot. You get peeled a lot more in the beginning, squeezing these spots, but let's just go for it. King 10 suited, it's a beauty. Yes, you could take the passive route and just peel, but you've got the button. People are just going to be folding to you a lot. They don't want to play out of position in a giant pot. Boom, take it down right away. Now we get another suited hand. Alex Avro in the chat. Okay, this one I'm going to be ISOing over this limp. Come on, bro. We've got over 200 blinds. No limping. Yay! What's up, Ethan? I was just looking at some of those old videos from San Antonio. I was trying to put together something, and so nice to see you in the chat. We're going to be back to San Antonio soon because we had such a blast. And I saw on your... We have top 2, so we could even just like be sneaky about it, but with 2 Broadways on board and this guy limp calling under the gun, this guy peeling out of the small blind, they're going to have a lot of either pocket pairs or Broadway cards that are going to... Broadways are going to continue. Pairs are just going to fold anyway on the turn, so let's go ahead and build a pot against the Broadways. Still ahead of most things, except obviously the straights that come in. The question is, do we want to keep barreling now or do we want to barrel on the river? I think we can go for like this sizing on the turn. Okay, I missed where you said your name was, but okay. Smeeble, you gotta remind me what your old YouTube name was. 7-8 suited from this position. A little bit wonky. So I'm just gonna lay it down against what is a very good player that I've played with a lot on Global. This deep stacked can get a little dicey. Number 1 rule of thumb when you're squeezing early in tournaments where people, whether it's live or online, and they have 200 blinds or they have, you know, a lot of chips, they don't like folding to 3-bets pre-flop. I'm sure you guys have noticed that in your own sessions, but so I like to raise a little bit more often. I like to squeeze a little more often later stages because people, when they get short, they get a little bit less happy to put their... I like the fact that people are opening to 3x, so I'm just going to go ahead and follow suit with that. I think in a bounty, it's nice. In a PKO, it's even nicer. Haha. What's up, Jen? Wow, we've got a celebrity in the chat, you guys. We've got Riley the dog's mom in the chat. That's right. My friend Jen is dating one of my good friends who's basically like, I don't know, a brother here in Vegas, Mikey D. And she went all the way to Texas. They were playing some random game in Texas, and a guy recognized her because of her dog. This guy goes so big on this flop. I don't like it too much, but I'm not going to fold just yet. I just had the guy to my direct left go a similar sizing with complete air balls only a few orbits ago. So we're going to make him earn it you fire one big barrel on this turd, you got me. Okay, Jay Guerra or whatever. You got me. We're gonna make him go for it. And that he does. 13 into 18. That's like a more normal sizing on a turn, but his flop size was really large. So we're gonna give him credit. You win, dog in a suit. Take down the pot. What's up, Gilgamesh? Hello, hello, everyone. Down here in the 33, I open King 10 off, cutoff versus button. I think I would open King 9 off as well, but both of those are at the bottom of the kings that I would be opening. So let's start with the check. Especially this deep. Could bet paired board a lot, but sometimes I like to just not, you know? Mix it up a little bit. All right, so he bet half pot on the flop. What you got for me on the turn? Let's go, Ethan. He's got some solid goals. I've got a couple of different things going. Oh, this guy bet again on the turn. Not going anywhere. We're just gonna not super snap and make it obvious that we're not going anywhere. Check again. Grunk with the 5-6. We got him. I believe that's a we got him category. Some shenanigans are happening at this top table. This was like a 6-way pot. I was in the big blind and just peeled. People are feeling frisky on a Monday. I don't know if they won a huge tournament yesterday or if they lost their minds on their Sunday session, but my table is juicy. Let's go. Ethan, I want to come back again because when we went to San Antonio is cold and rainy and I got so sick afterwards from all of that. This could be another cool spot, but like I said, everybody's going nuts, so we're just gonna fold that one 3 ways. Cold and rainy. I got sick right after that trip. It was crazy right before Thanksgiving, and even still through all of that, we had an amazing time there at Rounders. So we want to come back. You put it on the schedule, we'll be there. Whether it's like some sort of live stream, I would probably play a smaller live stream or a tag team stream. That would be cool. Or if you guys host another tournament series, keep us in the loop because that's like we definitely loved going there. Plus the action is great. I mean, not to mention the cool people that worked there and everybody that we met are just genuinely nice people. So much action in those games over in San Antonio. So happy to go back. We've got some tournaments, live tournaments coming up in the future. What's up, Sean? It's been a while. How's it going? Hope you recovered from all of the satellite madness back in the fall. All of our crazy shenanigans. Okay, Smeeble. Different take on the deeper stacks. Nice. All right. Everybody's pumped about poker. Everybody, about 2 weeks into the year, everybody's feeling like, okay, we've gotten past the holidays and it's time. It's time to focus. So good luck to everyone out there grinding. Okay, I'm ready to add some more tables here. Let's look through the lobby. Let's go ahead and get the blitz fired up if I can pay attention to it enough. My sister and I are hard at work trying to finish up that vlog from stuff that happened at WPT. We've got the vlogger stream that I was on coming out tomorrow. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we're finishing up a couple of last minute touches. And then next Tuesday, we're going to do the 10K coverage. That'll be fun. I saw that a couple of people have started releasing their WPT stuff on YouTube, so it'll be a nice little group of us. Okay, so that's table 1. This is gonna be table 2. I'm gonna 3-bet this. It's close. Ace 8 is definite. Ace 9, I could go either way, but I really like only 3-bet or folding from early positions this deep. For the most part. Woohoo! This guy snap calls behind, and the next guy is just like 42 blinds in your face, unicorn. We're not gonna be calling out 42 blinds, okay? I'm not sure if you guys were expecting anything different, but not today. Not today. Let me get this blitz hooked up for you. Raise up this ace queen. Oops, I did say we're doing 3 blinds, right? Let's go. All right, we got the blitz, baby. I see bet this board against this guy who I study with and play with all the time, so he knows my game well. I know his game well. I see bet the board. Check back on the ace. Could turn this into a bluff, but I mean, why? I know he's calling with the 6. I know he's calling with the deuce, so we're still ahead of all that kind of stuff. So let's see if we win. Woohoo! We beat his 5s. Pocket jacks right after. Why not? We're only doing the two and a half big blind open down here with the regular crowd. Get 3-bet. White Cocoa. Not familiar with this screen name. Just gonna be peeling. All right, queen high flop, not too bad. Could be worse. All right, he bets very small. Take my money. Ooh, not very fun on the turn. Julio said, "Good luck. Are you playing on Wednesday as well?" We'll see. I've been trying to get back onto my schedule with vlogging and stuff, so that will be first priority. I'm gonna be folding, you guys, on that turn. The tiniest chance of us being ahead is, you know, not worth it being out of position. So maybe, maybe for Wednesday. I'm not sure. It's gonna be a hard maybe. But after the day that I had today, I think Wednesdays might actually be a better consistent day for me, because if I'm releasing vlogs on Tuesday, I tend to procrastinate and work really hard on them the day before. So that's not great when... Oh, you guys weren't even... Oh, yeah, you were watching the right table. Okay. Yeah. Long story short, Wednesday might be a better day. So I'll keep you posted. Ace queen suited against these jokers. I don't know. I've got these two to my left just going bananas, so I'm tempted to just peel here. That's what I'm going to do. I've got the button. Not a great flop for that hand, but... What's up, Doug? No, I did not watch 400 Hours of Comedy. I didn't even get to one of those comedies that you guys mentioned. We even talked about it. I forget which day it was, but yeah, we were gonna throw that in the mix. I forget what I ended up watching anyway, but no. We talked about a lot of comedies, a lot of movies last chat, and I found out how much you guys love like TV and movies in the chat, which is great because so do I. But I'm always looking for more show recommendations. I like a long, drawn out, get to know the characters type of thing. But I also like a good show that you don't, or a good couple of movies where you don't have to think too hard and you could have them just like in the background, kind of check in and out. Those are good. Thanks, Ethan. Have a great dinner. Matthew Good says, noob off topic question, but my local casino has okay, we're gonna be folding to this 3-bet. Notable to pay attention to his sizing. I made it 3 blinds and he was just like 14. So if he goes like a little smaller later, just something to pay attention to. Or if he gets to showdown with a hand where he goes that size, we can start to make some reads. Anyway, your noob question is, his local casino has a $50 30-30 turbo satellite tournament. No idea what 30-30 means. Greg said that 30 goes into the prize pool and 30 is rake. That would be absurd. 50% rake. Don't play that. You're never beating that if that's really true. Yeah, I don't think that would be a thing. So I'm not sure what 30-30 turbos, what that is. Never heard of that. I went when we were in Australia, we played this really fun tournament. It was the last tournament because they knew all the D-gens would come out for it. It was 10 10 10 and you have 10k, every level is 10 minutes and you have 10 seconds to act. 10k starting chips, 10-minute levels, super 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 turbo, and you have 10 seconds to act. Every street, every decision. That's it. If you don't get any time banks, nothing. It was the best. It was absolutely the best. Like if you made it 45 minutes into that tournament, you were going to win your last longer bet with your friends for sure. It was just like a last ditch thing where, we'd all flown there. One more tournament. Why not? And it was summer there in January. So if you bust the tournament, you just go to the beach. I really hope they bring Australia tournaments back in Melbourne because I'm there. We could do a meetup game there, you guys. Wouldn't that be epic? What's up, Ben? Welcome back. Good evening. Thank you, Frank Ligi. I see you in the chat. Good luck from Detroit. Appreciate that. I thought I was going to be so tired today. I've been working all day on stuff with my sister. She does all the editing and stuff. We've been making all kinds of stuff. But I'm energized. All I did was re-energize. Got some crazy action. Are you guys seeing all of this? Like I just bets pot on the double ace board. Immediately gets raised. 2x. Decides his hand is no good. Just astronomical pots. Like I'm just chilling and I've got like 150 blinds. These guys are going crazy. Guess that's to be expected in a large field bounty. Okay, what else have we got in the lobby? Oh man, if you guys are healthy and moving around and can do stuff, doesn't it feel great? I am so happy to just be able to move around and have a ton of energy again. Very, very grateful for that. I'm adding on this $99 super. That's our other big buy-in of the night. Oh yeah, we're firing up table number 4. Everyone say a prayer to my Mac so that it doesn't just totally collapse, burn up in flames. All right. Add that one to the list, and then all of our administrative work is over. Got it all loaded up. There it is. That's the super. So, but I'm going to keep it on the bounty because that seems to be where the most fun is happening right now. So, rest of January, I'm going to be here in Vegas. I'm going to be probably here in Vegas for a lot of the first third of the year. Just going to be playing online, playing live at the Win. And then we have. Ooh, let me. Then we have a lot of tournaments coming up at Horseshoe, the WSOP circuit. It's officially the Horseshoe now. Haven't been there since they changed the name. All right, this guy called my one big blind C-bet in a limp pot, blind versus blind. Play a lot with this guy. He knows what he's doing. Terrible river. We are counterfeited on this river. Not great. I don't really see a lot of folds getting through, to be honest, you guys. So, king highs, queen highs, maybe queen highs we can get to fold. And to get a queen high to fold, I don't think we need to go too big. I'm just going to go half. Yeah, he just is going to snap with ace high, but gonna have to go for it with a 5 high. Don't want to just wave the white flag. Especially if I could maybe win it sometimes with the 2 bigs. Trying to just catch up on chat real quick. Crazy asked, does Jesse play on global only and does he have a favorite online site? He barely plays on global. He mostly plays, right now he's playing on like ACR sometimes and WSOP. He just made, actually no, he made a global account a while ago, but he just started using it again. I think they have a policy at global that if you don't play for a certain amount of time, they just take the money. I know 888 used to do that. It must be just a thing with certain poker sites that are slightly shady. Like they can just confiscate your funds after a certain amount of time. But he emailed them and then he got it right back. So I'm not really sure what that's all about, but so favorite site, I'm not really sure he has a favorite site. Our our options are a little bit limited out here. He definitely likes the action and the sort of softer fields on global, but there's often not a lot of higher buy-in things that he can play to make like a full online schedule that day. With the 9s, I could go either way, but again, I'm just gonna peel with the 2 guys to my left that I kind of want to play pots with. Okay, Matthew, that's a much better rake setup. That's a little more standard. For this price, I will call one. Not super exciting or anything, but don't want to go anywhere just yet. Another queen on a turn bodes well for me. But I will pot control, check in position. Could I go small on this turn? I think I could go small on this turn. Couple of hands going on every table, so use my tuning out for a minute. With a 10 on the river, oh, you guys aren't even seeing that. I have jacks. I have 9s up here. That's what I was, this is the board that I was talking about just now. I just peeled pre-flop, called his small bet on the flop, and bet tiny on the turn. We're just going to obviously check back now. And he rivered a 10! He had a ton of outs, having the clubs. On the bottom here, we flop middle set. Ace high board, lots of draws on this one. This is a 3-bet pot, and this button just called behind. Starting to get a little dicey. Some straights available. I mean, I think I just have to keep putting money in. It's always so awkward coming up with a bet size for these 3-way pots. Because no matter what, like, when you go really big, you're repping pretty strong. Terrible run out. Oh! Oh my goodness. Welcome to the funeral for my hand, everyone. Not going to be eking out a lot of value from worse if I bet this river, so just got to hope that... Ah! It's so frustrating, you guys. He's got such a small... This is so tiny. Is he ever doing this with 2 pair? I guess we let him have it. That one. That link is getting saved. So what I've been doing is just kind of popping these out on Global. How it works is you just pop out the chat. Oh my god, look at all this action. This is crazy in this bounty. This guy's just going after this guy's bounty with Jack. This guy 3-bet me with Jack 10, offsuit, pocket queens is reasonable. GG to my friend on the left. That Jack's hand was a doozy. Especially 3 ways. I don't see that guy bluffing that river into 2 people who have called twice when the flush comes in. And there's straight possibilities. So it's like, I have trip jacks, but what are we beating by that point? And at the end of the day, I just have to ask myself, how often do people bluff here? And just rely on that experience. Not that often. But it is painful still. Never any fun. Oh, Matt, you said it's 39 to the prize pool for set, so $11, so like 20% rake. That's still really, really high. That's insane. They really jack up the rake on those dailies. There's a lot of dailies around Vegas that very, very tough to beat just because of the rake alone. All right, Doug, I have time to check out your list. So let's see. He said, best show streaming, let's make a list. He recommends Godless, Justified, Generation Kill. I haven't heard any of these. Handmaid's Tale I've watched. Goliath. I haven't heard of any of those. Meanwhile, we're flopping the nuts. And I don't know. Go like this amount. I'm definitely happier betting having this hand than if I had like a king in my hand because I want to not block what they're going to be calling me with. Well, that kind of kills the action, but I still have to keep, I think, betting because, I mean, we both have ace X, but, and I don't have to go too big. Once again, here comes the diamond on the river. Do we block? Do we block bet one more time? Do we check call? Do we check fold? Let's see. Start with a check. He had 2 pair. Okay. I mean, I'm not sure how this guy's been playing post-flop. I've just seen a lot of pre-flop action, but if I went 3 on that board when the flush comes in as well, and it's 4 to a straight, and I can easily have an ace, I don't know if he's going to pay me off with the 2 pair there, but would be curious. Nice flop for us. We got middle pair, gutter. Will certainly be peeling. It's a good night to have a flush draw. Moral of the story. I think this hand is too good to want to be turning it into a bluff. Snap checks. He has aces. Okay. Could have gone differently. Down here, we peeled the big blind. Guy checks back flop. Don't think we need to go that big on the turn. Just go half. um, so all these avatars on global, sometimes they trip me up. Like I'll see the beginning letter and the avatar and think it's somebody totally different. I just played a hand that I would have played totally differently if I thought it was someone else. We've got a lot of history. So there's all these small field tournaments on this site. So you get to know all of your opponents pretty well. It's just like the same like 50 people, if that, you know, that are always grinding like every single thing, not just like the special tournaments of the night. James likes the fold with a set of jacks. Yeah, I think at the end of the day. This is interesting. It's annoying that it's a bounty and some people think that the bounty is worth more because then they just go after your squeezes more often. I have a really good player to my left, a somewhat active, hyperactive person in the small. He might have just had it a lot so far. It's only been, 30 minutes of a session. But all we got to see was the queens and the aces so far, so maybe he did just have it every time. Wow, flopping another set. I think in general, you want to go a little bit larger on this flop when you've 3-bet because they're going to have a lot of overs that want to peel to a smaller size. So even though I have a set that might want to go smaller as the hand itself, just like with the range of hands that I'm up against. Snap folds. Dang it. Well, we've got another chance. We've got 9s down here. Quite a lot of pocket pairs for us so far. What is he squeezing like this from the big? I feel like I think I gotta. I wish I had 10 more seconds to pay attention to that hand. He had like 35 big blinds. People squeeze like that with 10s and jacks for sure, ace king, ace queen. Some people squeeze jam king queen suited from that spot. I don't know this player, so I'm not gonna just put them on that. Oh, crap. Just timed out of that. That's really frustrating. I think the 9s is pretty close there against most of the people that I play with on that site, so on this site. Yo, what's up, AJ? Nice to see ya. Ah. I don't know if you guys follow Landon on Twitter, but he posted a little picture that I really enjoy where it's that gif or not that gif, but it's that meme where somebody's riding the bus and on one half of the bus they look out the window and they see doom and gloom. The other half sees, like rainbows and sunshine. And he just wrote poker is hard, pick your like both sides poker is hard and he just wrote, choose your path. Really liked that. No matter what, poker is going to be hard. So you can either look at it joyfully or not. Especially when you play tournaments for a living because there are a lot of downtimes when you're not just on a sick heater, winning everything left and right. So important to enjoy it. Let's check out the super down here. Raising it up, King Jack in the cutoff. I want to get good at PKOs. I think they're fun, and I think they're a good format to play. I just feel a little bit weak in them. I'm going to go bigger on this type of board texture. We got a lot of fun turn cards if we get there. No. Ooh, king, queen. That's the mini blitz just hanging around, $33 buy-in. Hey, what's up, Dr. Bob? I think we have to call this one off. Such a pretty hand. No! Head on the turn. 11 big blinds to make something happen. That's in the mini. Let me know if it's lagging a little bit for you guys. My computer's trying to keep up. Dr. Bob Media in the house. What's up? We've had a couple of tables together this week, I think. Maybe just for short periods. All right, we're going to be peeling this out of the bag. Popping open-ended. There is a flush draw. Ooh, we're going to have a shove. Tens. All in. This guy checked back, and we're going to bomb the turn because double flush draw. We made a straight. And I'm just going to go massive one more time. Our tens shove got through. Just don't raise CRVR. Make my life easy. Now he just folds. Well, we got one big street out of him on the turn, so that's nice. Yeah, AJ, it's cool too when you get to know the player pool because it's not like you just have them tagged like, okay, they're an aggressive, they play aggressive pre, they shut it down on the turn or whatever, like however you label people, but you get to know a lot of nuances about their game, like the nitty-gritty details about their game. Their c-bet sizes they choose with different types of holdings. All kinds of fun stuff. Yeah, let's go for the size. Yep, Poker Monkey, totally agreed. We're all riding the poker roller coaster. If you won all the time, I mean, poker, it would be fun to win all the time, but it wouldn't be as gratifying because, I mean, people work their butts off to win tournaments. And then when you get there, way more special. Sigh. This is so awkward. I actually think I'm just going to fold. Because this is a perfect squeeze spot, but this guy's got like 30 bigs, and I would have to go a size that's like most of his stack. It's a little awkward. I'm going to call off with my ace and my 9 big blinds. Up against 7-6, we've gotten dominated. All right. Back in business. 20 bigs and a dream. You know what, AJ? After I would say something about that, but after vlogging and playing on streams and playing on stuff for the past year, it's like I don't know. I play a lot of hands that I even 1 hour later I look back, I'm like, what was I doing? Why did I do that? Even 5 minutes later, you guys have seen me on the stream like, what did I just do? So it's, I don't know. Which helps. It helps me not beat up on myself during a session for as long when I'm a little more understanding of mistakes. This one we're gonna squeeze. We're all deep enough. It's a great spot, great hand for it. Lots of squeezing so far. Good thing that's part of what I was studying this weekend. You think you know some things and then you go back and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about those hands and these spots. I don't know if you guys ever have this, but sometimes when I go play and you're playing at a smaller stake and people play more passively at smaller stakes. There, it's the common stereotype. If you go to a 1-3 game, everybody limps and there's 8 people in the pot. Like, how do you play poker against that? I don't know if you guys get this reaction, but I find that I start dropping into like that, just doing the same as what the table is doing, and I feel like that's just what happens sometimes. For a lot of other people that play 1-3, they're like, yeah, well, it's easy to just flick in the $3, not get too risky with it. I checked back this flop. I'm going to bet. I'm going to bet half pot on the turn. I'm going to go all in with my 20 big blinds and ace king up here. When I bet half pot, that guy just folded. This guy 3-bet my 20 big blind stack. Let's see what you got. Pocket eights. Okay. Woo, we binked a king. Yes. Always good to win the flips. 40 bigs. We just spun that up real quick. We had 10 big blinds. Sorry, we had 9 big blinds at my last big blind. Now we got 40. Poker is fun. Ooh, nice. Oh, I loved the 4 max, Dr. Bob. I played that last Wednesday on stream. That was fun. Nope, I haven't had any luck yet with the big scores this series so far. I skipped Thursdays and maybe Fridays. And last Tuesday. So I've only played a handful of days for this series, but having close calls, but not quite the top 3 finishes that we all want. All right, we'll be peeling this from the big. This is a nice turn card for me to lead on. I've got the gutter, and it's a much better board for can even go pot size bet. Just a much better board for the big blind. Gonna have a tough time calling. He's checking back on the king high board. Getting it through. Love to see it. All right, we opened under the gun. This guy peeled hijack. 9 high flop. We're gonna check it over to him. Who's this? Johnny Pima. Okay, I think this guy is pretty good. I see him running deep in a lot of stuff. Check it one more time. Just got worse and worse on that board, didn't it? What you got for me, Johnny? Checking back the king high. All right, we take it down with the pair of threes. Love it. All right, this guy opens. We're on the button. Check back our middle pair. I checked back a little quicker than I would have liked. Gotta give them a little mystery. Certainly not going anywhere. Bink. Look at that river. Let's go. Finally, a flush river that we're okay with. Don't need to go too big on this. Half will do it. We get called. Whoop whoop. We're rebuilding up there. We are rebuilding. All right, we peeled the big in this one. Once again, we get a check back. Once again, this guy's going to get a pot-sized bet right into him. It's just so hard if people aren't checking back a lot of good hands. It's just hard for them to be able to defend against it when you bet pot on the turn. All right, so the effective stacks here. This guy's got 10. This guy's got 18. This is going to be an all-in. Let's go. Give me your all-in Shibas. Who's this? Let's muck shit up. Oh, yeah, he's a reg. That's funny, AJ. I played on WSOP for a little while before I knew a lot of the screen names. And when I found out some of them, I think I told you guys the story before, but I went and I had Lucky Chewy, you know, Andrew Lichtenberger tagged as a fish. Solid read. Nailed it. Yeah, I believe that's called fancy play syndrome, AJ. Or maybe he's just like, he's so far down the studying rabbit hole now at this point where he's got all of that, all of those nuanced things down, you know? Maybe it's just something we don't even know about. That's pretty much what it is. It's like you don't know a lot, and then as you start to, and so people will look at some of your plays like, what is that? And think they're terrible, which is great. Whatever, teach their own. And then you start studying and you realize like, oh, those plays that those guys made against me a while ago that I thought were, that I didn't understand. Now I understand they're pretty standard or that they were really advanced. That's why poker is awesome. Everybody thinks they have got it down, but only some people can win. Oh no, Dr. Bob, I'm so sorry. I have all my chat turned off. I don't know if you guys see this, but I don't have table chat. See, it's hidden. Or oh, sorry, you can't see it. Yeah. I have the tape. It's hidden. I don't have table chat on. Some people are a little like that, you know, especially once I started screaming. Like some people can be a little, let's just say, gross. So, or aggressive. So I just turned it off so I wouldn't get distracted or tilted. Oh, I forgot. We've been adding these things. All right, we're gonna go on break real quick. We've been adding these little scenes. Hopefully the audio works a little better today, you guys, for all these break clips. So just let me know if they work. I'm trying to decide which one to play. All right, I'll just play this one. All right, I'll be back in 5. Or actually 3. All right, this next one, small blind limps. He is another German pro, a high roller named Stefan. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that last name. And I have 10-3 offsuit, so you can mix whether you want to raise this sometimes because it's a complete garbage hand, obviously. So sometimes you're just gonna wanna raise it, try to take it down. And this guy's only got like $10 million in earnings, so obviously I'm gonna make this pot bigger. I raised to 1,700. He's not going anywhere though. He makes the call for 1,200 more. The only thing I have going for me is I'm in position versus this guy. Flop comes out 8-6 deuce, 2 spades and a club. When he checks it to me, I'm considering just waving the white flag right here, but instead I lean towards c-betting because, well, we made it this far. Might as well try one more time. So I throw out a 1,300 chip c-bet. He makes the call. Plan is not going well so far. On the turn, the 9 of spades comes down. So when he checks it to me, definitely feel like I need to give up on this turn. It completes a lot of things that he would have check called with on the flop if he didn't already have a pair, trying to slow down a bit and just count my losses. So I check this one back. The river, however, is the 7 of clubs, giving me a 10 high straight. Ooh, tricky. He's very deliberate about what size he chooses before he finally lands on betting 11,000 chips into a pot of 6,500. Almost 2x the pot, but we river straight. This guy is obviously very capable of having bluffs. He could have some 1 spade holdings that didn't get there, or he could be turning a pair that he doesn't think is good anymore into a bluff, stuff like that. So when he goes this large, it's pretty polarizing. I don't think I could fold this one, so I stick in my 11. And we get the bad news. He just has Jack 7 of spades for a turned Jack high flush. Well played, nice hand, sir. Just completely getting owned right away. I'm not sure about that one, actually. I'm gonna have to ask Jesse about that.
We're going. Go, 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 go.
Stefan Schillhabel, or however you say his name.
Schillhabel. Well, he's German, so it's like more angry. Schillhabel.
Folds around to his small blind. He just calls. I raise 10-3 off in the big.
ISO, let's go.
You like it? I mean,
Yeah, I do.
I think, do you wave the white flag at this point, or do you c-bet?
I like c-betting here, I think.
Do you like c-betting?
I think you get to do it a lot as like the raiser, and this actually isn't like the worst board for you. You have like all the overpairs and he doesn't. You have, if you're like pretty polar, then you actually hit this board like a good bit with your bluffs. He has hands, obviously, that hit this board, but he has a lot of like middling hands, too, that don't hit this board, like Jack 10 off and Queen 10 off and Queen Jack off or whatever, so. I think it's kind of just an unfortunate river, and against him, I'd probably call, because he finds a lot of bluffs. Like, it's not that hard to just have, like, King 6 off, or, yeah, like King 6 off with the King of Spades, stuff like that. Or even just, like, turn, like, a non-spade one-pair hand into a bluff sometimes. You might not do that, but against, like, most people, I'd probably just.
All right, you guys. How was that? How was the audio today? Nice little hand throwback to the World Series last summer. Getting a little OOL against the greatest people that play this game. Sounds like a solid idea, right? All right, let's open this baby. How many blinds does everybody have? Opening to 2. Start there. What's up, Gary? When am I going to come to Florida and play some cards? There's a very good chance that that happens in April for the WPT happening there. Very good chance. He 3-bet me. Oh, no, he's all in. All right. You win. Need slightly better than that to call off the 12 bigs. King, queen down here. Check out this lobby real quick. See what the payouts are like for this. I don't want to miss anything. A couple of times on Sunday, or maybe it was Saturday, I was either in the money or on the bubble without knowing it. And it took a couple of people thinking, extra, extra long who don't normally for me to realize, like, oh shit. I thought this was kind of close pre, to be honest, on the stack size, but here we are. Ooh, this is a fun spot. I think you can squeeze this. I think you can squeeze this a lot, especially in the bounty. It's kind of nice. Too late position. It's just like an open and a call. The effective stack size was 35 bigs there. A lot of people always they talk about the difference or like the merit of whether you should do GTO or exploitable play, but all GTO is building you a foundation of like what people should be doing, and then you can make your own assumptions based on your experience at the table. So, for example, when I'm studying all these squeeze spots and I'm seeing what it would be the GTO response, quote unquote, like on in whatever software program you're using or pre-flop chart, you just look at that and you see, okay, like what am I supposed to, quote unquote, be squeezing here? And if my opponents are folding way too much, then if my opponents are calling everything they're supposed to call when you click the next thing in the software, right? If they're calling everything they're supposed to call, you still have to squeeze that amount. If they're folding a lot more to your squeezes than they should be, now you can be even wider with your squeezes. And between 30 and 40 big blind jams, squeeze jams, are definitely a thing. And people way overfold to them when you look at what they're supposed to, quote unquote, be calling. And that's just probably an adjustment they're making from their experience of those jams in the past not being a lot of bluff jams, right? Like if I jam 35 bigs right there with ace jack off or with king queen, and I get a call, I'm obviously not excited about it. So that would make that a bluff jam. But you know, you could do that with like ace four suited or something like that. But I mean, that's how I see it. Is you're building a foundation of concepts that give you a lot more confidence in making the plays that you make. It's kind of like all just about visualizing people's hands all the time. I know that sounds really nerdy, but the game is all about, really. Ah, once again, I'm like snap clicking buttons when I should take a little bit longer. And not excited about it, but I'm not going to fold a pair just yet. Just making sure you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. Once he goes twice for decent-ish sizings, I'm gonna let her go. Could maybe think about that one, but this guy bet quite large on the flop. Check to the turn. Man, this is an iffy run out. Okay, I was gonna say if he checked to me, it might have been time to turn it into a bluff, but he doesn't make us pull the trigger. So I get what people mean when they're like, well, GTO players just lose against others when they play live. I get what they mean because they're not really making adjustments to how humans play. So you're totally right that they're not making as much money as they could if they weren't so rigid about do what the solver says. No, crazy. I've definitely stopped thinking about all of those things. He said, "You're going against Monday Night Football. Are you worried about your ratings?" No, I mean, I barely have just started streaming. I get like 100 people normally. We got like 50 in here right now, 60. Um, so, but you know, there's so much poker to be watching, so many streams. There was a period of time during the fall where I took a break before the WPT satellites because I had that thought going. I was like, oh man, ooh, I'm a little blurry. Hold on. That worked. Ah, that worked last time. Hold on. It's gonna be blurry for a sec. Oh no, we've lost the table. We've lost a table to the global guides. I have to refresh the site. Sometimes that happens. Have to refresh the site, you guys. Sorry, one sec. I'm really not sure why I'm blurry, but okay, this is a little frustrating for you guys, I'm sure, but hang on. It's hard to refresh when you have 4 tables going. And of course, okay, so there's 2 different settings when you're playing on global. You can have all of your tables be local within the browser, the one browser, or you can have them pop out. And right now, they're not wanting to pop out on me. It's very frustrating. So bear with me because I can't refresh while I'm in the middle of a hand. Come on, global. Work for me. Pop out my tables. This is brutal. We actually might have to we might have to cut this early because I can't stream to you this whole browser window. It has all my account info at the top, which I don't want to put on the internet. I hope you guys can understand. Let me try it one more time. See what happens. Yes, got it. I'll just need to reorganize them in OBS, but we've got it. Got them popped out. Crossing my fingers that we didn't fold aces during that. One moment, just resetting all the tables. One moment. Nice. It looks like we didn't even really have any hands that we miss. Perfect. But yeah, I mean, I definitely could pick a night just based on like when nobody's streaming, nobody's doing this, nobody's doing that. But I don't know. I just tried to pick something that I can actually stay consistent with and we're going to shoot for that for a little while. Like I said, Wednesday might be the night, to be honest. Not sure what's going on that night, but it's a good night for me. And if it's a better night for you, in the chat, all the people who normally show up and hang out, let me know. Be happy to move it to that. Okay, so let's see if all of these tables. Yeah, I have to reconnect all the tables, so let's go back. Here we are. We're live. Woo! Seen it all. We see everything in these live streams. It's fun. You have to like think on your feet. Like, okay, how do we troubleshoot this in real time? Can't ask any tech people in the middle of the live stream. We did it. We've got all our tables back. 1, 2, let me see, 3, 4. Perfect. Thanks for hanging in there. All right. Flopping trips. I opened this up under the gun. That tiny. I'm just going to always be c-betting that size, so it's nice when I actually have it. I like that, defunct books. Whoa, this guy's opening to 5. Take it. Take the money. Oh my gosh, you're right, AJ. He said it's because my shirt matches the wall behind me. I thought we needed even more yellow in this room. There wasn't enough. All right, note to self. Do not wear yellow in your newly painted yellow room. Got it. All right, ace-8 once again. I'm going to go slightly bigger than min just because most of the people except the big blind are deeper, so I'm going to make that my open size. That's the Monsterstack Bounty 8 max. I think registration. All right, middle pair on this board. Easy check. Yeah, I think we've got 15 minutes more of late reg in the bounty. But typically, actually, I think I'm going to bet this turn. Yeah. The only reason I was a little hesitant is because the guy to my left is good and will know, like, you check this board, but I could still be checking a 9 from my position. So he can't just say, like, oh, your range is capped, because I would be checking that specific board texture a lot anyway, so. Sometimes when I think I'm capped, I'm not. Okay, just go for it. Multi-way pots are tricky. There's not a lot of material out there to study them, so that makes it the wild, wild west of poker spots for a lot of people. We're all just kind of guessing. There's something called Simple Three-Way. That's a piece of software that you could use. This guy squeezes to 10 big blinds. That is a lot of big blinds. I could see. I don't know, man. I feel like I'm just going to fold this spot. It's so super awkward. Jay Guerra said, no problem. Jay Garado. Here is my 10 big blinds. Just take it. Ooh, AJ, I have to think on that one. Anybody in chat want to help him out? Do you have any poker mantras or sayings? He's trying to decide what to put on a ring. Yo, what's up, Queen Bee? Things are going well so far this evening. We've had a lot of action at a lot of the tables. So flopped a couple sets, got paid when we made a straight on another board, and we doubled up a few times in the mini blitz to get us back in the mix over there. So still in all 4 of the tournaments that we registered so far. How are you? How have things been going? Yeah, AJ, you said you used to stream, right? Do you still ever hop on, or did you hang that up? I don't know how those gamers that play super intense video games that require a lot of speed stream, because it takes a lot of coordination. If anybody's in town, I will be playing at the Win this week, so come on by, play a tournament, say hi. All right, we flop a gutter up here. This is just a limped pot. Hey, you're out? Do you want to tell the chat where you're going? Want to tell everybody?
I'm going to Bellagio.
All right, if you guys are in town, you can go to Bellagio and go wreck Jesse. What are you playing?
I don't know. Whatever's running.
Cash or?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, cash, obviously, if you're going to Bellagio.
Yeah, 7.
What's that?
6 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah. I can't tell because it's been raining forever.
Love you.
Love you. Bye. Good luck. I kind of forgot what happened in this hand, but I'm just gonna fold. All right, ace nine suited, opening cutoff. I'm not sure if I check called that flop, and if he barreled twice, I definitely want to fold. But there's only 3 blinds in the pot, so that was definitely not the case. I think he checked back flop. Whatever. I had ace deuce. Couldn't be winning too much, even if I was winning. All right, ace high board. Jesse has his own goals this year. He's not only made some like poker volume goals, like he wants to make like he wants to play a certain amount of hours, but he's separated it out by how many hours he wants to spend playing online and playing live. Because we realized that Jesse's sort of like tilty kryptonite or whatever is playing online. He gets super tilted. Like breaks things. No, he doesn't really break things, but he makes a lot of noise. He gets really, really mad when people suck out on him. But when he's playing live, like he's such a social and like friendly person. He's not gonna spaz out on anybody in person. He doesn't get mad like that when he goes and plays live. So he made it a point to say, all right, I'm gonna go play live a little more often so that it's just he'll have a healthier relationship with poker. He goes and does a little bit of both more often. Plus, I just think he liked that was his bread and butter back in the day. Was playing Bellagio cash before all the main event stuff happened. Before he got the tournament bug after going deep in that one. He played Bellagio 1020 and 1020-40 for quite a few years before that. Oh, that's a nice one, Dr. Bob. Mudiam said simple three-way. Is it free? No, no way. I'm not sure if it's $100 a month or if it's one of those that's you pay for the software. It's super advanced, so that's not gonna be a freebie for sure. Kind of like PO Solver, those types of things, except they added another pro. If you've ever heard of Munker Solver, kind of similar, but I think it's a little bit easier to use. And it's really nice for studying three-way pots. It's crazy. It's crazy what you find out that you had no idea about in terms of okay, I don't know why my numbers aren't working. We're just going to try to keep it together. I don't really know what's going on with my keyboard here. I was down here. I opened the button. I was trying to bet the flop. And just my number, like if I try to type something, oh, here we go. Now it's working. I'm going to check this back, but I was trying to see bet that flop and my keyboard just stopped working. Oh, man. Just decides to turn off and on just for fun. Keep things exciting. Dr. Bob says he likes to chant, simplify the game, let it come to you. Yeah, that's a nice one. Don't get too fancy. I mean, after all, you're just playing against humans, so like let it all boil down to that. Please don't write boil on your ring. It's a weird word. Oh, Queen Bee! Australia's the best. He's gonna have a great time. That's really exciting. Her youngest son is moving to Australia this Friday. Wow. Yeah, that's exciting. She also won a $5,400 WPT passport that you can you just use it on any WPT or just any is it just money that you can use? I guess WPT passport, can you use it on any WPT stop? Because that would be cool. Would they let you go international? They've got like Paris and some other European city coming up. Or maybe they just did Paris. I don't know. Oh, it's getting a little bit of, what do they call it? Wanderlust. Because it's going to be, I'm just going on with this combo. Ooh, we got queens down here too. I just realized that none of these other ones are connected to you guys. I keep thinking I'm showing you different tables, but I'm not. My bad. Oh no, just the blitz. Okay, we're good. Queensy up top. Definitely going to be a squeeze. The bigger stack has 50 bigs, so we'll just go that size. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, AJ. Okay, both people call. Huge three-way pot. Really short stack to pot ratios going on here. Pretty dynamic board as well. Let's try something like that. And shove turn. Any merit to choosing a smaller size? I don't think so. All aboard. No! He's trapping with aces. Nice hand. We made a flush on the turn. We bet half pot. Gonna be putting the rest in on that river. All right, so that was the bounty tournament. Coolard. What did I start the hand with? 40 bigs? What you gonna do? Queens versus aces. On a jack high board with lots of draws picking up on the turn, you know? All right, I'm regging for a deep freeze to fill that spot. We'll add that. Not the queens versus aces. Let's see. Deep freeze. All right, so we're in the deep freeze now. And I think I'll be jamming this over button open, 18 big blinds. You're gonna be folding a lot. Up here, jamming, and he did fold. Jamming our king queen. Under the gun did open, but we've only got 10 bigs. Pocket fours. Ooh. No. Busto. All right, we lost that flip. Pull up this lobby. Feel this ace deuce on the button. Debatable. We're super short, relatively, but that's all right. We got position. Not a great flop for our exact hand, but we peel a lot of stuff on this board. The problem is, I mean, we don't have to bet too big to get like an under pair to just fold right away. So I think I'm just going to try a small stab for a small size, get sixes out of there, and then, you know, not do much more after that. Nice, we got the fold. So one position that I've been studying a lot is the is button versus under the gun, that exact spot, and low jack versus button, like those kinds of setups. For some reason, it loves turning. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. It loves turning deuces and threes, ace deuce and ace three a lot of the times into bluffs. On a lot of different board textures. That board texture was not the one, but on a lot of different ones, it likes turning those hands into bluffs because you're not sad about having to just bet fold it on the flop, and it's gonna be hard to win at showdown, so it's pretty fun little tidbit. Can't go a whole stream without talking about, you know, random study stuff. I think I'll let this go with all these shorties behind me that can easily shove. It's gonna be a very chill early night, you guys. We just busted a couple of things, and we've got the two bigger buy-ins that aren't the monster still going, but I don't know how many of the other ones are ready. They're like $11, $22, so I think I might just do another session Wednesday for you guys if, like I said, if we're done with the vlogs. Shorter streams more often or long streams once a week? What do you guys prefer? Echo Grand, thank you very much. Really appreciate the love. All right, we got queens. This is interesting board texture, but still going to be betting. Could probably bet bigger on that board, obviously. But I was reading the chat. AJ's gonna write boil humans on his ring. Perfect. Love it. Write boil humans in Japanese. It'll be a great first date conversation starter. Be like, oh, you're the serial killers they always warn us about. Whoa, Queen Bee, your son can be there for 3 years? Wow. He's gonna have so much fun. Australians are the best. Very relaxed. Don't take life so seriously. That's what I love about it over there. What city is he going to, if you don't mind me asking? I wanna just mentally live vicariously through him for a moment. Oh, yep, I see. Yeah, that makes sense, Queen Bee, but I'll see you there in April if you make it down to Florida. We're not 100% yet, but I've just been kind of daydreaming about like Europe and traveling. Not even Europe because it's cold there too, but just need to get out of like the rainy, windy, cold kind of days. I think the next couple of days in Vegas is going to clear up though, so we're good. popping bottom pair over here. We're all pretty short stacked in the blitz. Just be calling. I'm gonna try to start grinding a little more online while I'm playing live. Does anybody have like a cool setup that they use for that? Oh, this guy just checks down with nines. Okay. Fair enough. Like any type of case. I just went out and I'm going like full rampage right now. I got an iPad, brand new. So I could set it up and hook it up to my phone plan and just like play, because he's always grinding everything, and I'm just my big goal for the year is to just put it in a ton of volume. I can overcome a lot of the mental game leaks that I have when I get deep in tournaments and when I get on live streams and stuff like that by just playing more, I think. And even just the past couple of weeks, putting in a lot of volume, playing online, playing a lot of tables, telling myself all the bluff spots, just pull the trigger. If it doesn't work out, oh well, pull up another tournament. Like just getting that repetition and practice in could be an exciting year. So yeah, I want to really get a lot of volume in online too. So if you guys have cases or keyboards or a setup that you like to play, if you ever have done that where you play online and live at the same time, hook your girl up. Let me know. I want to get all my ducks in a row, so I'm not vlogging, playing live, playing online, and just fumbling around with everything. So don't worry, I'm going to definitely keep it to one table at first and just get my setup down, so I don't start making even more mistakes live because I'm distracted. But we will be shoving over an open. And we will be... All right, there's the open. All in. This is the $99 super. And I don't know how this guy has almost 200 big blinds. It's got to be the clear chip lead. Snap called. Up against ace king. Come on, Jack. Come on, Jack. Boom, we got the Jack. And up here, we've got aces over this guy's limp. I would normally go a little bit bigger than this, but I'm just going to try to entice him. The smaller open. Oh no, you guys can't even see the aces. That's not the right one. Here we go. Got the aces. Boom, flopping top set of aces. And so we'll go obviously pretty small. It's weird because it's not a 3-bet pot, but it feels like it because he limps under the gun and I ISO'd from the small blind. But ooh, down here we're gonna be all in. Oh, you guys were you guys watching that? Oh no. Oh no. You guys weren't even watching the right super. My bad. It was the old one from when I... Well, anyway, we got it in with ace queen against ace king and we won. And then you just saw I got in ace queen versus this guy had 11 blinds, 12 blinds, but we ran into pocket kings. So sorry about that. I must have missed that one when we had that technical issue. Well, I was very excited all by myself. I hope you guys could imagine what a suck out looked like in your minds. Ooh, we've got... Let me make sure you're watching what I'm watching. All right, I've got fellow poker study nerd lovers in the chat, so glad that you guys enjoy that too. I love this guy's name. We're gonna call us all in, but look at his name. Solve this, nerd. That's one of my favorite global screen names. You know what? Take it, solve this, nerd. Emphasis on this. He's like, solve this. I just freaking love that screen name. It's beautiful. It's a work of art. Eric Schultz votes for shorter streams, but more often. Okay, I can do that. That actually works for me but a little better because I think last week we were approaching hour 6 and I just felt my energy like, woo. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I felt it completely take a nosedive because I was a little tired. This is a great flop. Flush draw, gutter. And the guy bets pot, so it gives us no other option. Not like I was going to do anything else, but we're just going to get it in. Let's go. Let's see all 5. Dixie something. Oh my goodness, even with the turn, we had so many outs. Okay. We're not going to be the winners of the Blitz tonight. But we could be the winners of the Blitz on Wednesday night, and it's sounding more and more like we'll do shorter streams more often. You guys, I think that'll be fun. I'm gonna take a step back from Sundays though, because the one time I tried it with you guys and we did I tried to do a full-ish session, I started like 3 hours after my day started. That was too much. Normally on a Sunday, I have at least 6 going, 6 tables. And so just for the sake of my other goals, which is to get a lot more, not just like how many hours I'm playing, but physical tournaments that I buy into. I want to be playing more tournaments. I think we will not do Sundays for a while. Unless, of course, I make a major final table. Then we can do impromptu stream, especially if you guys like follow on social media. I'll post like, hey, we're at a fun final table. Jump in. See how many ICM scenarios. I have no idea what I'm doing, and you know. Yes, welcome Roy Kerwood to the Shiva Squad. Look at your golden paw prints on the screen. Hell yeah! Welcome to the membership. All right, we're gonna be folding to all of this action for sure. Thanks for joining. You get your very own little Shiba badge. And now you can type in little Shiba emojis. We have to finalize details on the next study session with Jesse for all of the members who want some 1 free hour of coaching. But it's going to be sometime next week. So keep you posted on that. I'll just make a members only post about it within YouTube, and I'll let you know ahead of time if you guys show up to these streams. I'm sure you'll hear all about it. This is kind of like a weird subject to bring up on stream, but fellow poker player, Vegas-based poker player passed away last week, and it kind of rocked a lot of the cash gamers, like the poker community, pretty hard here because he was just like a bright spirit and so much fun at the table. I never played with him. He always plays really high stakes, but there's a memorial service for him tomorrow, and I've just got him on my brain. And just going to see, you know, knowing that we're going to meet up with a bunch of poker players, and like, you hear a lot of bad things a lot if you're on social media, but the community is really supportive, bunch of good people that are truly caring, really fun to be around, just like flexible, understanding people. Like, think about poker players' lives. Like, we have to show up every day. We don't know who we're going to be talking to at the table. And you just got to roll with it because you're going to be stuck there all day. So you could either embrace it or be miserable all day. And so obviously with, you know, tragic news about this and such like a, you know, hard time for a lot of people, it also makes you extra, extra grateful for all the lovely people that you meet in this game. You really do meet a lot of awesome people. I think after this action, I might just check this. Especially once he calls that turn. That's a dicey river straight. If he had somehow had a 7, I doubt he does, but is a little fishy. He limped off of like 12 blinds, 13 blinds. There are definitely those guys in live tournaments who only limp aces, or they only min raise when they have like 7 blinds. They'll min raise when they have aces only. Even kings, they're like, all in, because I don't want to see an ace on the flop. Anyway, I hope you have a nice last couple of days with your son on this side, this hemisphere, Queen Bee. We're gonna have to have some satellite winnings for Australian WPT stops just for you. You heard it here first. If any opportunity comes up, Queen Bee, where I could win a satellite that we give away in the future for Australia stops, you are top of the list. Yeah. Okay. So AJ, he's talking about like energy dropping around hour 6. It's like 2 modes when I'm like streaming. If I'm sitting or whatever, it can definitely drop after 6 hours. But last week, I had my stand up desk going. It was like, I'm just in here. It's like hour 7, whatever, about that time where you hit your wall. I've got it full stand up mode. I put on like, I've got string lights in the back that kind of do the flashing lights. I think if you guys are here from the beginning, you remember those. Everybody kept commenting. It looks like the cops are coming. I was just like jumping all around, just like dancing my butt off in here all by myself. It was a good way to wake up. Sometimes you just gotta go off. You gotta just bounce around in your office for a little while, for a good 30 minutes. Nice, Dr. Bob. I know, I feel like there's a live tournament series happening all the time, and it can be a little bit overwhelming sometimes deciding which one to go to, especially if it's not, just in Vegas. And I'm usually the one that kind of does like the trip planning out of the two of us. Jesse's super last minute type of person, and with planning, I like to do it a little earlier than he does. So sometimes what ends up happening is we just don't go anywhere. We just end up staying in Vegas because the planning just didn't get done, It happens. King 10 off. We're going to throw it in the mix. Ooh, Dr. Bob said, final table of the mini deep 9. Let's go. Three ways. This flop is really good for the big blind. Not so great for the early position raiser. Alex said, "What mental leaks do you have?" I have some super strong risk aversion with certain stack sizes and all kinds of stuff. I won't bore you with the details, but it's basically like a just go for it type of thing that I need to do in game. Like, and the reason I know that is because mentally I know what to do. And online, when I'm playing, just I feel comfortable playing online. I feel comfortable pulling the trigger. This doesn't feel great. People don't tend to feel a lot of offsuit combos from the small, so it's kind of like he either has a flush or he's got slightly better king. This might be a little tight. I think I might fold this, though. I think I'm going to fold this time. Been kind of, like, call happy lately, but... do I? Do I? I mean, besides, like, ace-10 off plus, like, and then he might start 3-betting by, ace-queen or ace-king. There's not a lot of offsuit combos that people peel from the small blind. Like, so when he leads twice, it's not like I can say, oh, well, he can turn an ace of spades X into a bluff there. He probably doesn't have too many of those. Could he be value betting worse kings? I don't know how many worse kings peel the small either. So then he just has better kings as well. So I don't think I'm beating a lot of value bets. What's up, JX Tone? We're not winning yet. But we still got some hope in these 2 tables we got left. I agree, AJ. Totally agree. What else can we play on this site? They got a couple of extra $55 a little bit later, but you know what? Let's see how we do in these. We only got 20 bigs, so I'm not going to fire up a bunch of new tables if we're about to bust these. We'll do short but sweet streams. I like that. Little check-in, a little see if we could run hot in a few hours, and if not, we all move about our day. What's happening? Oh, we're on break. Dr. Bob, how is the final table going? We got to hear about this. We got to be updated. What's up, TT Warrior? Said, I'm new. I guess I don't know Global Poker. Yeah, kind of like an off-brand sort of site, but it's gotten pretty popular lately. Past couple, I think ever since COVID, more and more people are playing on it. I know you can play it if you're in the States, except Washington, and I think parts of Canada you can play as well. So all of us people in the States that don't have the fancy sites like GG or what are the other big sites these days? I don't even know. We just play on here. It plays a lot like live poker too, so if you are a live player, it's kind of nice crossover site. Yeah, tons and tons of water for sure. Speaking of, I'm gonna go grab some water while we're on break. Let's see, what else can we do here? TT Warrior? Oh, hey, TT Warrior just subscribed. His little paw prints went across. Welcome. Ooh, I liked this moment. You guys can watch this. I'll be right back. Okay, so these are all the hands.
Oh, cool.
Granny decided to come along and give this a try. She's never played poker at a casino. This is way outside of her comfort zone. So I was really proud of her.
I realize it's really hard to teach poker for the first time.
Yeah, you just have to.
There's so much to learn. So the best way to learn is just to come here like Granny's doing and do it. Her first $100 at a poker table. We're playing a 1-2 game.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Oh, found it. What? That was good.
There were others at the table who had never played poker before, so we started with the basics.
We're talking about where the blinds go. Trying to explain it. Wherever the button is, the small blind goes directly to the left, and the big blind goes to the left of that. Every single time. And then every hand, it's going to keep moving to the left, one spot. I'm going to show you how to peel your hand real quick.
Just like colluding versus.
Ready? So you hide your cards from the person next to you like this. Ready? And then you, let's see. I'm not going to look, but let's see your peel game.
Okay, I see him.
All right, if you don't like them, you can fold. If
Yeah.
you don't like them. All right, you can go ahead and fold. You just played your first hand at the casino.
Welcome to Granny's very first played hand of poker. She raises it up to $5 with King Queen offsuit in the hijack, and the player in the big blind, it's also her first time playing poker ever. She is the wife of a floor guy here at MGM. She makes the call.
1-2 blinds, 100.
All right, now it's her turn first. So you can check. Yeah.
All right. Okay, I will do
$5.
She leads for $5, and Granny makes the call.
All right, now we'll see a turn card.
And Granny just drills the turn, 10 of clubs. She makes the nut straight. Obviously, there's a flush possibility out there, but we've got the queen of clubs just as backup. Big blind doesn't like what she sees and slows down with the check. Now it's on to Gran.
Okay, so
If you want to bet, you can put out more money.
okay.
If you don't want to bet, you can check. Okay, $20.
I want to see your card. I don't know if it's worth $20 to me. No, I'll fold. You got it. You got it. You made it royal.
All right, Grant, you can show everyone if you want.
Show the bluff. Show the bluff. Oh my god.
And just like that, Gran won her very first hand of poker ever played.
Hey. All right, you win. And now you tip her $1.
Thank you. Oh,
Tip her $1. There we go. Nice job, Gran. Well done.
All right, we're back. Brandon said, I'm 2 out of 23 in the mini blitz. Gonna try to avenge you. Let's freaking go. I hope you do. This is a little awkward. Pocket fives in this spot. I'm not sure what do you guys do? I'll hear about it in 4 minutes. I think I'll just flick in a call. I think it might be a little too spewy to rip it. But it could be wrong. It's happened before. Dang it. Poker Joe. Poker Joe saw the opportunities. Taken all of our dead money. Okay, well, let's see what Stevie had. Let's see if we would have gotten Busto here. Or most of our chips taken. Ace, King, and Queens. Wow. All right. We saved 20-something big blinds there. All right, we've got a couple of people in chat, deep in stuff. I'm rooting for you guys. Bring it home. Dr. Bob's at the final table. 5 out of 8. All right, this is that power hour, 7 to 8 o'clock at night. This is when moves get made. Either running deep in the tournament or you're out. Which one are we going to be? Twenty big blinds is that stack when you've got it live, like when you're playing on it live. It's, I don't want to say the word boring, but it can get a little boring with 20 big blinds when you're playing live, where you're just. There's a lot of times where you, like, if somebody opens, you kind of just have to fold your hand. Unless it's a jam spot. So you just spend a lot of time like not playing too many hands on that stack size. Same with like, 10 to 20, because okay, I'm going to look down at a hand and I'm either going to go all in or I'm just going to fold. So it's not like a very interesting time as a poker player. Those are the only times you'll really like see me deep in my phone. Sometimes when I'm playing live, I don't really get on my phone because I'm usually vlogging. But every once in a while, I'll take a break from vlogging, and if I've been playing with my table for like 8 hours, I know how they all. I've got a good handle, feel for their playing styles, and I've got 10 big ones. Probably not going to be paying attention for a little bit, just to kind of. It's nice to have like a soft focus every once in a while at the table. You don't have to be so hardcore. Dang, there are a lot of people in that pot. All right, a lot of people telling me that they would normally flat five. So great job, everybody. You would have also saved yourself 20 blinds. I'm just over here trying to just get all my chips in all the time. Gotta slow it down. Take it easy. Like Dr. Bob says, the game come to you. And by game, he means aces. So just let them come to you. But the reason I definitely try to have like some pointers. So I make videos for Cards Chat. If you guys haven't seen any of those, it's a lot of beginners learning poker, or they've played online a bunch and they've never played live. So a lot of the videos kind of cater to that audience. And somebody asked me, when they go to play, they find that they get really frazzled at the table, and they don't really think at all. They're just kind of doing things. And so they asked for some sort of advice on thought process. Like, what do you think about? So having to explain that to someone really clarifies it for yourself. And I've been trying to hold myself to it, where I'm really concentrating on every single hand that I'm about to play. Who's on the button? Who's in the big blind? How many blinds do those stacks do those people have? And then other people that I pay attention to, like who are the most active people at the table, and make sure that I also pay attention to their stack size and what position they're in. because I'm going to open slightly different hands if different people are in the blinds or the button. There are some people who really don't defend their big blind a lot, and you just raise into their big blind. Or there's somebody who just always plays their button no matter what, and so you got to be a little bit tighter. So stuff like that is kind of always going through your head, and after like 8 hours of that, sometimes you just need to get on your phone and tune it out, you know? 10 big blinds, time to do that. King 6 suited, we will peel. Love to see that flop. They snap bet half pot. All right. I don't know this player, so let's see what happens. All right, Eric, good luck. I think we will check this back. So they see bet half pot. Raised pre on a pretty short stack. See bet half pot. Pretty standard stuff. Well then. Not a fun river. Betting pot. Okay, they could have missed spades. Those are the bluffs, pretty much. Value bets are going to be better than our hand. You know, they could have backdoored their way into a straight. They could have a better king. I'm unfamiliar with... I think I might make a laydown here, you guys. I think I'm unfamiliar with this player type, and usually when people go like this... I don't want to fold it, though. I think against the pot size bet, though, I'm gonna fold. I would not be making that fold against a reg. But, there's been this thing going around, like, I don't know, where I've just noticed that when people, they check a street or even a couple of streets and then they just go absolutely massive. They're just trying to make up for some like lost value on a previous street. So fingers crossed that that's what was going on there and that I didn't just make a terrible, terrible river fold. Couldn't be too bad. I mean, I couldn't be beating too many hands. You have to remember too that they raised pre, so a lot of people limp the small blind. Hey, Ron. How are you? I'm happy that you're better too. I saw that on Twitter that you had gotten sick as well. It was just going around. I got to meet Ron at the Win when the WPT was going on. Nice to see you in here. Benny's Films, love your vlogs. Thank you. Eric said, Granny is about to be the next YouTube content creator sensation. I wish she liked poker more. She definitely would be so good as a vlogger. Can you guys imagine? The Granny poker vlogger. I mean, just, it would be classic. All right. Chat is crushing the global streets tonight. Love to see it. Meanwhile, we're hanging on with our 14 big blinds. Could have had dust. We could have had 3 big blinds if we made that river call wrong. Just not sure. I'm not sure about that one. I actually should pull that up. I was really good about this the other day. I just had like the notes app pulled up on the side of my screen. And on top of popping out all the hand histories from global that I had, you know, some sort of question about. It could have been very simple pre-flop question, but I just had a full browser of just like ding, 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 just like hands all the way. And so me and Jesse have been slowly working through all the hands. Going through hand histories, you know, it's like, it's good. It's good for your game, and it's good for your coach. Like if you have a coach or if you have a group of people that you talk to poker about, it's good for finding leaks. But it's not I don't think it's like the most efficient way to get good at certain spots. Because you just cover such a variety of topics when you're going over a hand history. There's no sort of like focused attention on stuff. But I've been feeling in that place where like the stuff I know I need to study, I've been studying. So I just kind of was using Jesse. I've got a great resource. He just lives in the house with me, you know. Is this a shove? Hijack versus low jack. 13.5. Can't be the word. Oh no. Somebody get me a time bank. I was gonna rip that one. I'm gonna go check that later. A7, what is it? Hijack versus low jack on 14 bigs. All right, I gotta write that somewhere. It's probably not even. It's probably like way too loose. But I only do it when I think it's like, first of all, it's a good portion of that guy's stack. Sorry, another pot here. Ooh, okay, maybe I dodged one. No. I just think it gets through a lot when it's for most of people's stack. Like if that guy had like 50 bigs or even 40 bigs, I wouldn't be really that happy. Look at this program. Yeah, okay, probably it was not a shove. AJ thinks good fold. King 6. One weird thing about live streaming to you guys is it makes me such a station. Like I just don't want to fold that much. And so it takes like extra, it takes everything in my power to not just call and be like, well, let's find out. It's like, it feels more like I'm just having fun, but it's still for real money, so I need to pay attention and play well. Took one out. Dr. Bob is 3 out of 7. You're going to have a virtual rail over here. That's cool. Okay, we're going to have a shove down here. King jack off if it folds to me. No! Plan is out the window. So I know that I told you guys about this last Wednesday, but there was that WSOP Circuit online series going, and the location services kept giving me an error message, and that's never happened to me before. And it was I realized it's only doing that on my Mac. And I have location services on. I've got like I re-downloaded the client, like everything. It's just my Mac's like, let's just cut WSOP from the lineup. Just don't even put it in there. But I do need to get it turned back on because if I want to grind a lot more volume of tournaments, I got to be able to play both sites. Global is okay. Like it definitely has enough, but I'm thinking a little further down the road here. I mean, you just see the people that run deep and stuff, and you always hear about their names. Like, it's just when you ask them about their volume, it's absurd. Like, they're not only playing a bunch of tournaments, but they're buying in multiple bullets in all these tournaments, and they just get a lot of experience. They build up I think that would help a problem like risk aversion. Like you just bust out of stuff. Just go practice busting out of stuff in a way that's not like, oh, I blinded down, shoved my last 10 bigs and now I'm out. Like do it in a way where it's like you went for it and you lost the pot, or you might have been wrong. Because then you actually have something to study. I spend a lot of time doing things that are against like what my gut tells me to do. And then I realize reading those mental game of poker books that like if you never do what your gut tells you to do, then you can never know like what your skill level is. But if you always pull the trigger when you think you should and you happen to be wrong, now you have something very clear that you should be studying. Like, okay, I was really wrong in that spot. My gut was totally off. Now I have something clear that I can focus on. And that has like really changed my mindset about being like kind of nervous about going for it deep in tournaments or on the big stage. When you get invited to these like high stakes cash games and stuff that are way, way outside of my comfort zone. It's a good opportunity to kind of like see where things stand with my game. All right, we are on fumes in this deep freeze, $55 deep freeze. Let's see if we can find a jam. Oh man, this guy stole my jam spot. I had ace 10 down here. He opened under the gun, or oh no, what a flop two pair. We have 8 big blinds on both tables. How is that real? Tournaments that started an hour apart from each other, I think. Or did I super late reg this deep freeze? I think that's probably what happened. No! That was going to be our jam, Ace of Austin. Nothing like playing live, peeling that one ace with a stack size where like any ace is going to be going all in. Then somebody opens, you peel the other card, and it's just like offsuit deuce. Womp womp. Womp womp. Will this be the one? Nope. 7-4 suited. Not going to do it. Whoop whoop. Let's go. Dr. Bob. 3 out of 5. Now things are getting exciting. Always the top 3 spots. All right, this is going to be it. All in. Queen Jack suited. Such a beauty. Good luck. Send me your favorite good luck charm via emoji. That's a good start. We got called in 2 places. We got a straight. I think that's going to be good. Woo-hoo-hoo! Up to 24 bigs. Okay, and then at the other table, we've got an ace. Nobody opened. The stars have aligned. We're going to be all in. Table number 2. How's it going to go? Oh, no. Kings. Ace bony. Nope. Okay. Well, 1 out of 2. Not bad. And this one is in the more expensive tournament. $99 tournament. And pretty sure late reg closes at 7. So we're already past the late reg period. Whoop, whoop. And let's see. 24 people pay and there's 50 left. Not bad. 2,900. Well, 2,875 for first place. So that would be great. That was a nice triple up. That put me up to like average and average chip stack. Very nice. All right, ace 4 suited. Getting in there. With bottom pair, I think I'll just check this one back on the stack size. That would have been a good time for him to bet pot into me. Would have put my 4 in a really tough spot. And I think I'll just check it all the way down. What you got? 8-5 offsuit. Yeah, he could have caged me so hard. Poker's Goat said I ain't folding any pair in the blinds there pre. I think you're probably talking about the sixes. It went open and this guy min 3-bet. So I folded the sixes. I didn't know what that meant. Like somebody made it 2 blinds and he made it 3 blinds. So I ended up just folding it. I could have missed that. I could have missed what was going on, but it's always awkward if you're just going to be like calling out a position with a hand that really does not want to see like back raises or more action. Like you just don't want to cold call out of position with that. So I just cut my losses early. Eric, what do you mean? It's that if you're ever looking to coach an amateur for content, you let me know. Oh, for poker vlog content. I see. I thought you meant like, do you want me to coach you for like how to be a vlogger? You just mean coaching poker. That would be a fun project, I think. Well, let me shut my door. No! Got the shove. All right, you can take it. That would be a fun kind of video concept. Let me think on that, Eric. Don't count it out yet. What's up, Deke? Yes, I will be playing the circuit events coming up in February. Oh, WSOPC. Yeah, WSOP circuit, yeah. Whoop whoop. I like that. I like that one, Ron. That's cute. Yeah, so if I might see you there then, Deke, it sounds like. I didn't take a peek at the schedule yet, but it's coming up mid-February. I can't turn down a tournament that's right down the street. I gotta go. Gotta go check it out. It's nice. They're cheap tournaments, and you can win a circuit ring. And there's decent buy-in for the main event. I think it's a 1,700. And then they have a quote unquote high roller. The high roller is only $500 more than the main event usually. I don't know if they changed that this year. All right, we're gonna go to sitting mode. All right, this guy has checked back twice. Just bet large. Hope that he folds ace high. We don't even need to go this big to fold out ace high. With this sizing, we're trying to fold out, you know, like eights, which he probably wouldn't fold. So maybe I should have gone smaller. Nice, we got it through. King high gets it done. Jabba, that's such a random question. You ever eat too many carrots? That's a new one. Haven't gotten that question before. On a typical day? No, I don't. I don't usually eat too many carrots. Carrots are really hard to eat, a lot of. $48 people left. 25 are gonna pay. All right, in the background, I pulled up this other tournament. I've just been kind of playing some hands, but get kings. Maybe something fun will happen. This is a 55 deep, or sorry, 55 big freeze. They got a deep freeze and a big freeze. Somebody got tired. Somebody whoever was naming these tournaments got a little tired. It's like, you know what? Screw it. It's called the same thing. Oh, that's why everybody's sad about the sixes, because I would have made something post flop. No! We want this type of action with the kings, not the queen. Jack. Got that guy in between us, but even if we didn't have that guy in between us, I wouldn't be probably calling him off with the off-suited queen jack. We're getting in there with the queen jack suited, but not that one. No go. You guys are a funny bunch. I appreciate you all coming in and entering random comments. I just love it. All right, pace of play has slowed down a tiny bit as people have gotten a little bit deeper. You guys have any shows for me? Any show recommendations? I need one show that you can just put on in the background and you don't have to pay attention to every episode. And then one show that you love artistically that, like, if you showed it to someone and they didn't watch every single scene, you'd be like kind of freaking out. So, one good one show that you can kind of just put on in the background. Be greatly appreciated. I'm tired of watching the same old. Whoa, Charlie, thanks for the super chat. He says, another triple up, please. And it came through all in yellow. We do have the club as the doggy walks right over it. We've got the pair. I think with the club especially, got a call. The gutter, all kinds of stuff. It doesn't feel great. Should we turn this hand into a bluff? I feel like this is a good candidate for it. Let's go. Snap fold, so he probably didn't have much, but still feels good. Thank you so much, Charlie. That is so sweet. I always get a kick out of the animation walking across the thing, too. I hope you guys like it. All right, down here we flop top pair against the small blind. He raised pre. See about this flop. I'm going to check back this turn. Call a lot of rivers. Like that one. And I wonder if we can get value from this low down of a 10. Don't know if you don't try. Let's just see if we get called by a 5, 6s, slightly worse 10. This is pretty thin, but I mean, blind versus blind, I don't know. I don't think it's that crazy or anything. Nice, we get the value. Whoop whoop. Crazy said, carrots scared the hell out of me as a young lad. You know, carrots was not on my bingo card for tonight's chat discussion. Did not see that one coming. Well done, you guys. Once again, keeping me on my toes. We have a very wholesome chat when the carrot emojis come out. Or do we? Did I just make it bad? Okay. I'm going to be quiet. Nothing going on in this $99. We're just hanging around. Sometimes that's how it goes. Man, sometimes when I'm recapping hands from tournaments, it's absurd just the variance of run good that you can have, or like not even the run good, but just distribution of hands. So you could show up and in the first hour, you just get, slapped by the deck. You get all kinds of good cards. You're hitting flops and stuff. Then you just sit there for 5 hours and nothing happens. Luckily online, that time frame is way shortened, way condensed down to a fifth of the amount of time. Which is honestly why I like playing a mix of both, because God bless all those guys who just sit at the win or sit at the Aria every single day, play 12-hour sessions live every day, and just like when you play 10 tournaments in a session and you see how in 10 tournaments, like nothing could happen. Just brick them all. Unlikely, but you could. So to do that for like a week and a half of your life, woo, sometimes just not ready for it. Just gotta mix it up, play both. Yes, Dr. Bob. Give a little applause or a little fist bump to Dr. Bob. He is 3 out of 3. Top 3, that's where you want to be in the tournaments. That's where all the money gets made. Good luck. Spin it up and take it down. Oh my goodness. Chat is off the rails. Chat, you are off the rails. And I really appreciate you for it. We got a little something something. This guy's pretty aggressive. Ooh. All right, now this is a weird one because like I said, like normally you want to kind of go big on the turn, but my hand doesn't really want to go big, so I think I'll just check. See what happens. And I don't really see too much of a point in betting this river, so. Oh, not great. He could be value betting a 9, but other than that, I'm not sure what really takes this line. He could have backdoored into a flush. I think I'm going to pay this one off. No, he did backdoor into a 9. Dang it. It's like, other than that, I think he would have bet any type of draw, a 10, all that kind of stuff earlier in the hand. So he's kind of polarized on that river, and with third pair, we can beat a lot of stuff. We can beat a decent chunk of those things. Not a 9, though, so we'll take that one down. And now we're back to 14 blinds. Gonna be getting all the chips in relatively soon. These guys are gonna try to flip it out. Ace Queen wins. Ooh, Don M, thanks for the reminder. I really need to finish Peaky Blinders. I haven't seen the very last season, but I love that show. AJ recommends. I'm not a fan of like animated stuff too often, so I don't know how I would do with anime. What animated show do I like? Yeah, I just don't. It doesn't like. I'll watch it because Jesse likes a lot of different animated shows. You know, like Rick and Morty or Futurama, stuff like that, and they're really good shows. It's just not something that I gravitate towards when I'm looking around. Dawn said in the background show is White Collar. Oh yeah, I remember that show. It's a good one. Aw. Craig, that's so sweet. Gifted Dawn a membership. Welcome to the members. And I think I will just open this. This is one of those. If I was like 2 positions over, I would rip it. If I was 2 positions earlier, I might just, I just fold it. I probably could just fold this, to be honest, from this position. Thank you, Greg. That's really sweet. King 5. We can go pretty tiny. Welcome, Dawn. Now you get your very own little Shiba badge. And you could use those little emojis. Always fun. Yeah, okay. Now we're folding. Somebody recommended Black Sails. Never even heard of that. John's heard good things about Black Sails. GG, Dr. Bob. He took 3rd for 627. That's in the mini deep 9. Was that 11 or that had to be a 33, I think. Very nice run. Seems like you've had some decent final tables so far this year. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, AJ also mentioned Futurama. Perfect. Yep. Thanks, Josh. Very sweet. Realistic Poker Chatbot said, Ashley, what is the biggest skill a tournament player needs that you didn't know you needed when you still played mostly cash only? Whew. Well, there's a lot of stuff that's different, but let me just peel this blind real quick. This could also be a shove, but we're going to peel it today. Certainly big blind play, you need to know how to play from the big blind. That's a huge skill, like just tournaments to cash. And just, yeah, being aware of stack sizes in general does not come easily for a lot of cash game players. We're going to be going all in with ace-3 suited. I think we could even like limp call this off. This is these blind versus blind spots I have to go over, but a lot of people don't peel their big blind enough when they move to tournaments. They don't pay attention to the fact that they have stacks behind them that are just going to shove on them. For this stack size, these suited connectors aren't worth too much, even though I have the button and would love to play that hand. So yeah. I mean, essentially you just focus on stack sizes and playing from the big blind. Your ranges are going to be totally different once you throw in that ante. There's so much more dead money out there. Also, what cash game players put people on when they're playing tournaments. It's funny to see their faces sometimes when they first move to tournaments because they're like, what are you guys doing? It's like they move to the wild, wild west of poker. They're like, wait, what? You just show up with that? I'm like, yeah, man. Because a lot of people will come in, they'll buy in for their, $800 or whatever the tournament is. And they're just like, this is the most I can lose. And they'll just like, they don't mind if it only lasts them an hour. So yeah, they're not as practiced post flop and stuff like that. So it's not so much building a skill as just knowing how loose people can be in tournaments compared to cash games. I loved the Wednesday show too. I already saw that one. I can't wait for season 2. It was cute. It's nice to have in the background. All right, Eric got his double up. He's playing for 5K up top. Lots of people still left, but looks like you're well on your way. Yeah, they did. Look at you guys talking about blockers. Get them blockers. I mean, that's why, when you hear people complain about training sites or there more and more info that gets out there, like, yeah, the game's going to get a little harder, but the people that are studying that stuff, they still have to apply it correctly. Even people who just study Sims nonstop doesn't mean they're applying it correctly to the exact situation they're in. It's all kinds of skills. And at the end of the day, it is still going to be a human game you're playing. It's humans. Psychology is always going to come into it. even a way that's a hand that you saw someone play 2 hours ago doesn't necessarily mean now, after all the bad beats you just saw them took, that they're going to be playing as well. Like, all of a sudden they could just go off the rails. Now they're a different player that you're playing against. So being able to recognize all that stuff, that's all, you know, you can't learn that on a training site. No, Wishbone, you took my shove spot in the muck. Yeah, I hope that answered your question, Poker Chat Bot. In summary, you're just going to be playing a lot more hands in tournaments, so study your ranges pre-flop because it's a whole new world. Hello, Dinesh. I'm doing great. How are you? So polite. Hello, ma'am. It's funny to be called ma'am. All right. Come on. This is our orbit. I can feel it. And if it's not, we're going to be in dire situation. Let this be the one. Come on, poker gods. Woo. Jabba said, this seems soft. I never get this many folds short stacked on GG. Yeah, they're probably calling with the right ranges. Either that or they did not show up to folds. So that's what I mean. Like, even that, like what you just said, if I'm playing on a certain site, like if I fire up ACR, I'm going to be jamming different ranges because, you know, I know a lot of those guys have studied and they're going to be calling a lot. They're going to be calling the correct hands. We got our shove now. Let's go, chat. Ace 10 off. That's what we're putting our money on. We're going to get at least one caller. No. Not queens. Lame. We might be out. We might be busting this tournament too. I just check raised this guy. So that was the super, you guys. Oh no. No. That was the one I was worried about because we got a bunch of chips in. I just check raised on, what was that? I don't even know what that hand was, but he only had 23 bigs. So I check raised with the flush, queen high flush draw. He just called the flop. And on that stack size, it's like alarm bells ringing, but when the turn came, I just ripped the rest of his stack in. You know, I'm not going to be folding for, I'm not going to be folding if he goes all in with the flush draw. So I'd rather have just, you know, just jamming in. So I was going to play this off on the side, but we're down to 10 bigs. Let's just, you know, see how it goes. Dang it. Not going to be able to get this jam down either. I think you just fold this one under the gun opens. Dang it. Ace 10 loses to the queens. So it's a no-go in the super. bricked everything tonight. That's not a fun night. We did only play 5 tournaments, so. Wow. I'm looking back through like the sessions from the first 2 weeks of the year. There's only one other session, and I only played 4 that night. Just like a quick 2-hour session, just get some hours in that week or that day. And that's the only other time I didn't cash a single thing during a session. So, not feeling great about that. Oh, thank you, Mark. I really enjoy your poker evolution. Well done. All right. Could be Java. They just have too many euros. Don't care. Seemed like everybody in chat did well tonight, though. Got a 3rd place. We're still sweating Kevin, right? I think Kevin's still in something. Should have known this guy was being sneaky with his 4. Just calling that flop. Like, any pair, any better flush draw, he would just be getting it in with me on the flop, but I also have a note on him that he kind of like floats pretty wide when you check raise. That could have also been deeper stacked. I should have noted the stack in that note, but I love paying attention to people who float too wide to c-bets, because if I'm on the fence on the turn about double barreling them off their hands, they are an automatic, you're getting a double barrel, maybe a triple barrel. Like, they just have too many hands. I'm a big fan of floating, you know? But if even I'm like, whoa, man, that's a lot of hands, then they're like my perfect, I'm gonna target them candidate. Oh no, we're on a break for this last 10 big blinds. All right, I'll let you guys know how this goes. Should I cut the stream? I'm like, we have 10 big blinds and you guys have to sit around and wait for the break, but I really was only going to show you the super. Didn't want to make you guys have to sweat this, so I'm going to call it a night. I'm not going to make you wait around 5 minutes to see if my 8 big blind my 9 big blind shove gets through. We will come back on Wednesday. We're going to call it here because we got this one tournament up. We're going to call it here. I'll let you guys know on Wednesday if anything panned out, but most likely my 8 big blinds are going in, and we'll see. Well, no, fingers crossed. But like we said, we want to do short and sweet sessions, short and sweet streams, mostly the bigger stuff. We busted all the bigger stuff, so I'll let you know Wednesday how this goes. And dang it, we really did not get anything going tonight, you guys. I promise you, this is not a normal night. We really gotta pull it out on Wednesday. Let me check the schedule. Keep your eyes peeled on social media and stuff. If I make a day 2 at the Win, or if plans change, then we won't do a stream on Wednesday, and I'll meet you guys here next Monday, same time. All right, you guys, that's it for me tonight. Good luck to all of you guys still playing, and I will catch you next stream. See you guys. Bye.